Hi, Sam Tobin from Song of Joy Music Services, and we're answering one of my subscriber requests. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Let's get started. All right, I had not played this song probably in 20 years. So I did review the song. Adjust my chair for a bit. I did review the song, so I am up on every facet of it. Let's get you started. It's in the key of D flat. So we're going to practice, of course, the D flat major scale. Turn on some more lights. There we go. Once again. And we're going to practice the left hand also because there are some signature runs in this song that I would like for you to be able to include in it. So here we go. And we'll go back down on the left hand. I always believe in adding something new or different. Okay, Jesus is a rock in a weary land. This song is high powered. By high powered, I mean it has got so much movement happening in it, but I'm going to slow it down just a bit. Let's see just if we can get some of the intro in. So, a basic chord. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. I'm just giving you those chords so that you can have a sort of an opening intro. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. There we go. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. This is the run. Slow it down, and end with this chord. Roll down with the bass. Okay, that's kind of how your intro would go. And of course, if you wanted to really roll some real fancy bass notes, if you don't have a bass player, you can go. All right, let's get you now to the meat of the song. Now, I've always learned the choir parts to this type of song first, because the guys that's playing all the instruments, they're playing around the choir. So once you get those choir notes down, then you can add all of the intricate movement those guys are doing. So basically, they're doing is. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Another chord. He's a shelter in the time of storm. He'll be there and everything goes wrong. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Record, transition. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. And it's just a little transition. Slow it down. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Because the words and Jesus is a rock in a weary land. I'll get these words out. Transition chords, and he'll be there in the time of storm. He's a shelter in the time of storm. He'll be there. Chord changes. when everything goes wrong. It's a rock. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Now those chords will get you through that part of the song. Again, the choir is singing, so I'm giving you some of the chords from the musician standpoint you will be using. Now, if I was going to make it pop a little bit, that's from a musician standpoint, in and out of what the choir voicing is, and then just throwing in some basic chords that you would use in the key of D flat. All right, now, what was some of those runs I was doing? Again, if you don't have a bass player, you can emulate one. Now there is a climb they use. Let me see. Jesus, rock is really man. This is a rock in the really land. Jesus is rock. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I worked on this. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. He's a shelter. So Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Jesus is... So that's why I had you practice scales chromatically, because all this movement, now that I'm getting a little more comfortable, I can add more fuller chords. Each time around, I'm changing chords. He'll be change. That's the one I want to get to you. So, and chord is a rock in a weary land. Slow down the chords. Slowing it down. He's a shelter. He'll be there. He's a shelter in a time of storm. We transition. He'll be there. That note is important. There, when everything goes wrong. Now, when you listen to the YouTube video, which I'm not going to play because I don't want to infringe on their copyright, but you hear all this movement happening from all the instrumentalists and the musicians. When you practice scales and you get comfortable doing that, will just fall in place. Now that's in the he's I forgot to remember what the word. He's a rock. Oh, he's a rock of ages. So after you come out of Jesus is a rock, he's a uh, he's and all right, I'm going to slow that down because this song is done so fast. If you miss the timing on that, just let it go. So, if you don't have this reach, just do this chord. Climb. Four times. And real slow. And count. Right there. And the last part. Jesus is a rock. Jesus is a rock. Jesus is a rock. Bass. Bum ba bum bum. Bum ba bum bum. Just bass. Bum, bum. And together. And Jesus is a rock in the weary land. All right, that's the entire song. If you have a question, leave me a comment in the comment section. Take care. Be blessed.